What'd she say?
Repeat that. No, it's not going through. Michael doesn't have a account for AirDrop set up on his computer. From the Forge phone to this, because there is no password that we can plug into Google.
No, we're good. We're good.
Actually, one sec, we might be. So everything's.
Okay, go to scene for a minute.
Very timed
What
out.
do you want?
Press scene.
And then
Warm up test 1 2. Warm up test 1 2.
everything. Is that you?
Yeah.
You can look in.
Test 1 2.
Think of all that time. Every sprint in the summer, every wait in the winter. All those hours no one else saw. Think of every sacrifice.
Lars, it's back!
Early mornings on the levee, late nights in the film room, bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road, every moment of ecstasy, every moment of doubt, years wondering, is it all worth it? It's all led to this.
Man, I got this.
It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time.
Welcome to Frozen Pond Arena. It is the first game in the Iron City Forge's new home here in Valencia, Pennsylvania. I'm Caden McCrory. Thank you all for joining us here on this Saturday evening as the Thousand Island Raiders visit your Iron City Forge. Raiders playing in their first ever contest here tonight in regular season action. One preseason game under the belt for them, a 3-2 loss to the Buffalo Tempest. As for Iron City, they split the series with the newly formed Wooster Bulls, with the last game a 5-3 victory here at Frozen Pond Arena. At first, we'll meet the Thousand Island Raiders lineup to the right of us wearing their whites. It'll be their second line of Keenan Hearn, centered by Gavin Cook, and on the right wing, Colton Cook. Defense will be Trevor Forsyth alongside Caleb Wills. And Justin Duplantis will man the crease here tonight. Forge to the left, rocking their new black jerseys. They look exactly the same as the last year's jerseys, but with a little twist here, as we are now affiliated with the Blue Ridge Bobcats of the Federal Prospects Hockey League.
Number 20, Noah Chris.
Going through some of the new players here for this Iron City team. Chase Fry, rocking number 2 here tonight. A forward, Jake Oshwat on defense, wearing number 3. Talon Rippenberg, also on defense. Anthony Bellman, new forward, wearing number 5 tonight, along with Ricky Crum, forward, wearing number 6. Joe Coulter returns for his second season of action, rocking number 7. Alec Kraus, new defenseman, number 12, alongside Garrett Rupert, number 15. Noah Chris on forward, number 20. Captain Ryan Dixon leading the squad here in his second season of APHL action. Joining him, Daniel Schmidt, rocking the aide, number 28 defensively, and the assistant coach as well. Denny Bolu back in action for his second season, rocking that infamous number 69. Johnny Maguire, number 71. General manager Matthew Delosier in the lineup again here tonight. Saw him play in both Worcester matchups a couple weeks ago. Michael Keller, Benny Cunningham to the leaders. Back for the Iron City squad. Jacob Sekluski rounding out the forward group, rocking 94. Freddie Dorman, backup goaltender here tonight. And Cody Silvis is going to get the nod here after having a 35-place save performance versus Worcester 2 weeks ago. Ron Kramer played in a game last season. Will be the head coach today, and looks like they forgot Benny Cunningham. Poor Benny. As we'll go to the national anthem, Benny. Sorry for that, my friend. Anthem complete, and here's a look at tonight's starting lineups. 1,009 as mentioned. We got number 92, Keenan Hearn on the left wing. Gavin Cook centering that line with Colton Cook to his right. Trevor Forsyth defensively with Caleb Willis and the Met. Justin Duplantis. As for Iron City, Ricky Crum, Ryan Dixon, Michael Keller, Alec Kraus, Garrett Rupert, and Cody Silvis. Thank you to the Scoreboard for sponsoring our stream and tonight's rally towels that you'll see scattered throughout the crowd here tonight. Thank you to the Scoreboard. Iron City to the left, the black and golds. Thousand Island to our right. As we get set to open up the APHL season here at Frozen Pond Arena. Crowd getting into earlier, the Let's Go Forge chant. As we saw the preseason game here at Frozen Pond, this team much faster, much younger, much more energized as we enter this season into the face-off. Here we go. The 2025-2026 APHL season is now underway. Iron City will get it off the face-off. Kraus back to Rupert. Rupert back pedaling. He's going to send it through the middle off the stick of Keller. Packed into the zone. Thousand Island will retreat that one back into the Iron City defensive end. Back is Garrett Rupert first. Swings to this one behind the net. First to get it will be Cook. Cook sends it underneath. Keller down to backhand this one behind the net as the clock did not start. And now it will, a little delayed. So our stream clock and the one in arena will not be in sync for the time being. Behind the net will be Ryan Dixon, the captain. Floats this one towards the wall. Kept alive by Thousand Island will send this underneath. First to it is Kraus. Taps this one. Kept alive defensively. Shot from the point. Blocked away by Keller. Dixon. Tap forward for Keller. 2-on-1 with Crum. Keller to Crum to the backhand and a diving save there by Duplantis. The point, Daniel Schmidt fires one on. That one wide. Keller from the half circle. Gonna skate this one down himself. Sends this one and be intercepted by Cook. Cook will skate this one through the defensive zone. Gets this one to center and tap down off the body of Riffenberg. Cook continues his stride, backhands it on, and Cody Silvis with his first save of the game. Cook sends this one underneath to the far point. Kept alive, turned over now to Dixon. Floats this one toward the Thousand Island bench as both teams will go for some changes. It's sent over to Roberts. Adam Roberts, walking number 4, fans on the first attempt. Goes out wide now and tapped into the Iron City zone. Daniel Schmidt finds Riffenberg. Thousand Island with the light pressure. Floats this one off the wall. Defensively backs Derek Coleman. Pressure there by the pest known as Johnny McGuire, rocking number 71, his second season of APHL play. A turnover. Shot put on, glove save there. Chase Fry on the opportunity. Benny Cunningham, or the no-name number 93, I'm going to call him for a little bit here. Not mentioned in the Meet the Team just moments before the game. Stock there, saved by Silvis, and will be covered up. A ton of new players as mentioned on this Iron City roster. Only 11 returners. We saw a couple of retirements, including the former captain of the team, now director of player acquisition, Kurt Schmidt. As maybe we'll get to see him back in an Iron City uniform here soon. Who knows? Maybe speaking into existence. And shout out to Kurt. Hope you're doing well and enjoying the game, my friend. See you at the rink soon. Thousand Island will win the draw. McGuire lays a check behind the net. Go Jake Oshloff. Floats this one up looking for Fry. Fry plays this one out. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham dances through one and gets collided on hard in neutral ice. Behind the net. Throwing his weight around is Fry. Cunningham will get to it in the far corner. Cunningham swings it up high. Looking for somewhere to go down low. Wanted Fry. Thousand Island all over it. And it'll be tapped and low by Anzalone. Delosier will go to get it. Team GM and now owner as of this season. Purchasing the team and moving them here to Frozen Pond Arena. Denny Bolu taps this one forward for Bellman. Offsides, Iron City. The first of 2 matchups between these two this week, and the second coming tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Iron City Forge YouTube channel. The comments, yeah, Luke Blair is number 9 on the Raiders. He is a hockey player. That is indeed the truth. We can't thank the 54 of you that are watching here on this Saturday evening. If you're doing anything else, but you're here watching it with us. Anthony Bellman into the zone to his backhand, puts one on, and taken away there by the Raiders, collapsing on him. Bolu tries to put one on, denied. Back to the point to Bellman. Bellman puts it on, pad save there, rebound for Bolu, and another stop there from the netminder Duplantis. Thousand Island can get this one out. There are a couple of really good chances here from the Forge. Garrett Rupert will tap this one to center ice. Got a little banged up in that booster game. Good to see him back and healthy here tonight. Presumably tomorrow we will see Freddie Dorman make his Iron City debut along with Eric Cummings on the other end, as this puck will go out of play here at 15:59. See a little bit new out of here for the stream this season. If you're familiar with the Iron City Forge, shout out to Michael Keller, one of the players on the Forge roster, setting this up for us. There's cool little pregame videos he put together along with all this setup, so shout out to him. Maybe get some instant replay if things work correctly. We'll see what happens after that first goal. If I can make it work. We plan this there at the stop. We'll be face off here in the Thousand Island zone. Dixon being the floater here with only 17 players on the roster here tonight. We'll match up with Jacob Skluski and Noah Chris. Thousand Island escapes, bringing it 2-on-1. A shot comes wide there from Wills. Riffenberg makes the check. Down to the corner. Wills puts one towards the net. Dixon strips that away. And Iron City will lead a 3-on-2. Skulski for Dixon. Dixon puts one eye on the net. More rebound is there, looking for the loose puck, and kept alive at the point. This will go off the high, or the low ceiling, excuse me, of the arena. Won't stay in the Thousand Island zone. Probably be a familiar sight to see as the season goes on of how many times that low ceiling does get hit. As you can see on camera, we're not very high up in the stands. And if I could reach my hand up, I could probably touch the ceiling. It kind of gives you a reference how low it really is. This one will go through everybody, no icing. As out comes Silvas to play. Coach Watt swings this one underneath. Eluding one Raider. Sends us up for Cunningham. Cunningham gets stripped away there by Dan Harville. Goes over to Roberts. Roberts fires one in from center. This one will ricochet wide. Trudeau plays this underneath. Ochwat gets to it first. Roberts, defensive zone. Pressured there by Chase Fry. Goes over now to Thompson, excuse me. Iron City will float it off the stick of McGuire. Underneath, one in Cunningham. Rolls all the way around to Fry. Fry goes underneath one more time. Cunningham dances around one, moves up high, trying to find McGuire. And the Raiders will bring one up ice. Trudeau fires one on wide of the nets. Rupert taps the ball towards Cunningham. Goes back in that far left corner. Chance in front, save there by Silvas. And he'll hold here at 13:52. We know for the camera here, we aren't able to zoom with the current capacity of the setup today. Just one of the things we couldn't get figured out. So we do apologize for the only wide-angle shot for the time being. We're looking to improve as each game goes along. This was a kind of last-minute setup kind of thing. So we do apologize. Thank you for sticking with us as we hope to improve things as we go along. Keller will sky that one, and perfect to a tee off the ceiling. Quick whistle here at 13:46. Defensive zone draw for Iron City. They'll keep the Keller unit out. Dixon the face-off, going up against Trudeau. Anzalone, excuse me. Trying to walk his way through is Anzalone, tripped away by Iron City. And they'll float this one towards center. Big hit thrown there by Alec Krause. Ricky Crum eludes a couple of bodies. Fouls now not able to get the zone. Now Crum off to Keller. Keller one to beat. Tries to go toward the goaltender, diving after by Duplantis. Duplantis second ditch save there. And cleared by Thousand Island. Rupert taking his time. Looking for a lane. Raiders starting to crash down. Dixon floats it toward the Raider bench. Krause chasing, gets it into the zone, leaves it off for Keller. Back to Krause. Walks in, shot, he scores! Alec Krause, his first of the season, the first of his career. It's 1-0 Iron City. We were trying to make the replay work. Looks like it did not go there, but no apologize. It was worth a shot. But Krause collecting his first of the Forge season, the first of his career. And Iron City holding the momentum here in period number 1. Thousand looking for a quick response. A shot here by Cook. Goes errand, and now Iron City brings 3 up ice. Bolu floats one on, pad save, rebound. As pushed to the net there. Was a forged forward by Roberts, no call. Cook walks his way in. Gets crunched by Bolu. Riffenberg sends this one around the horn. Back to the point by Coleman. Coleman's shot floats through and wide. Off the boards. And out comes the Raiders. It's Roberts. Puts one on to save made. Keller, the lone assist on the Krause goal, so it reads Krause his first from Michael Keller. Raiders trying to catch the Forge sleeping. The home run pass does not go, and icing is called as Cook trying to get a stick on that the last second to negate the icing. Score is 1-0. I know it does not change in terms of the stream. As we second person involved Cross Ice that's doing our PA announcing that is also doing our scoreboard. Hopefully I'll get fixed momentarily, but it is 1-0 Iron City. Delosier floats one through and a save made with Noah Chris parked in front. Delosier knows near inches from tallying his first. Sikorski in the draw for the Forge, rocking that 94 jersey. Devin Sudamersky out of the lineup tonight, along with Isaac Stevens, Richard Doyle. Delosier puts one on. Blocker save there by DePlante. Duplantis making another stop there, up to the point. Be tapped down low by Ochwat, intercepted pass, and cleared by the Raiders. This will be an icing as Delosier hustles back. 8-4 shots favoring Iron City here early. From their first lead of the game. After this, Iron City will head to Thousand Island for their first road trip at the end of October. And they won't be coming back home until December 13th and 14th. So about a month stretch away from Frozen Pond, a couple of matchups on the road. Raiders mentioned a newly formed team for the 25-26 season. Looking to make a splash here early on. A shot there loose and a save made by Silvis. Down the left wing wall. To the point, kept alive by Trudeau. Puts one on, deflected. And a save made there by Silvis. Here just under 11 to go. Shot there, will ricochet off the lights. Luckily, no damage there. Play on. Taking prop bets. See if the light gets broken at some point. Hopefully not. We don't need debris on the ice. Face-off win by Thousand Island. Underneath goes Dan Harville. Wide for Thompson. Thompson skates up ice, looking to elude two Forge defenders. Will take it into the far corner. Rupert collapses on him. Work its way to the wall. Checked there, and down hard goes Kraus. Shot there, blocked away by Rupert on Thompson. Thompson swings it. Rupert all over it. Taps it to the wall to Dixon. Quickly plays it back underneath. Rupert. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Be floated to center ice. O'Donnell, or Coleman, excuse me, feels the pressure. Here comes Keller, walks into the backhand. A diving effort by Justin Duplantis to make the save. A couple grade A chances here in the first 10 for Iron City. From it's checked hard towards the Thousand Island bench. Trying to battle for that puck. Staying on his skates. Moves it now up to Dixon. Forge looking to create a rush here. Into the corner for Bolu. Will battle away with Coleman. Out with the come the Raiders. Floated to center ice. Schmidt will tap it. Blocked away by Thousand Island at center. Eventually goes an Iron City way. Bolu. Out wide. Finds a man. Bellman dances around one. Off in the corner. Bolu. Around the wall to Riffenberg. Riffenberg puts one off the side of the net. Poulter chasing after it. Raiders go off the high glass. Into that low ceiling again. And whistle dead here at 8:59. Be a face-off outside the Thousand Island zone. Up to 62 of you now. You guys are awesome. I know about the camera here, guys. Oh, we lost. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Just typical Wi-Fi issues, of course. But we're back live, and this shot here is going to ricochet off the netminder Silvis. Still early in the season. We're figuring out the kinks as we go along, so we do appreciate the patience. Down the left-hand corner. Iron City is going to play this one off the wall, blocked away, but digging for it. No one seeming to get possession here momentarily. Floated toward the net, Silvis will decide to cover here in 7:50. 10-8 the shots favoring Iron City. As Duplantis has seen a fair share of shots coming his way, rocking that yellow equipment, Marc-Andre Fleury-esque. I'd say the recently retired NHL goaltender. Love the style of equipment on him. You're a good goaltender, you have the swag to back it up. You're going to get noticed. Form like that, you're going to get Marc-Andre Fleury comparisons. The shot there will stick off of Silvis into the low ceiling once more. Face-off stays in the Iron City zone. These two teams in the same division. So we'll see them have a fair share of matchups throughout the season, as well as the Buffalo Tempest and the Worcester Bulls. Jake Oshwa sends it to Keller, taps it forward, looking for a stick, and just could not connect on the pass there to Jacob Sokolsky. In front, Oshwa trips away an opportunity. Floated off the high glass, and chasing back, Wills foot race with Chris. We'll get to it first. Knocking that tinted visor. Wills blocked away by Keller, loses a stick in the process. Loaded to the wall. Kept alive. Chris buys Lonesome, just puts one on, glove save. Rebound there is put underneath the Keller. Keller looking for a lane, will swing underneath. Waiting for it is Keenan Hearn. Hearn tied up with Keller. Keller wins the battle. Now looks to open up the ice. Keller around one, puts one on, off the post. Rebound for Chris. He scores, but it's called off. So we think the netting does come off, and will save Duplantis as a wide open rebound for Noah Chris was available. Unfortunate break for Iron City fans. Favorable break for Thousand Island. Duplantis shown a little love to his net. Once again, drawing some similarity to Marc-Andre Fleury. McGuire unit comes onto the ice. Here with Fry and Cunningham. Off the draw, Cunningham to the point to Krause. Krause winds up and deflected into the netting above. Pressure coming there from a pair of forwards. James Young, the last to touch it there for the Raiders. We'll keep it in the Raiders zone. McGuire will step in for round two. Pushed to the wing, perfectly played by Thousand Island, and they'll bring some forwards quickly up ice. Aforementioned Young. Looks to go up high. Has a stick there and Cook. Floated out to center ice. Coleman. Toward the Iron City bench, McGuire strips it away. He leaves it off for Krause to center. Cunningham. Looking to go to Fry, just out of his reach. Krause tapping it. Thousand Island will get it behind their own net. He's sent into that far corner. Not enough mustard on that one. McGuire. Turning shot just wide of the net. Flying check there from McGuire. Keeps it in. A shot from Rupert. Stick save there by Duplantis. Down the other way. Raiders hold possession. They'll go back defensively. Both teams going for some changes. Some fresh bodies on the ice. First of 2 games between the two this weekend. The second coming tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. Same place. Different time. Forge. Going to get it out of the zone. He'll go into some open space. Cunningham. He'll swing it back. Leaves it for Krause. Out wide, out of the reach of Rupert. Cunningham strips it. Let's tap it toward the Raiders zone. As Iron City trying to get a couple defensive changes. We'll get one, now 2. Up ice. The stretch pass for Harville. Dan Harville working one-on-one. Will let the shot pad save Silvis. Underneath Keller. Will float it. And the ceiling plays victim yet again as Keller shakes off in disappointment. Visible frustration from number 81 in black and gold. Down to the final 5. Here, period 1. Once again, a thank you to the scoreboard for sponsoring. The Rally Towels in attendance. To our left, you can see a couple across the seats. And sponsoring our stream. So thank you to the scoreboard. Visit them in Valencia, PA. Just about a mile away here from Frozen Pond Arena. Icing is negated. But the Raiders get back to it first. Keller ties up his man, though. Joust away, does him and Wills. Out with it come the Raiders. Crum, third forward back, gets in the lane and breaks it up against Harville. Back to the point. Forsyth shot through some traffic into the netting, out of play here at 4:16. Things seemingly calmed down a little bit here. Not as much physicality as we may have thought coming into this game, but a well-played battle thus far here to open up the APHL season. Doing a shout as well, Pickin_APHL on Instagram. I saw you in the YouTube comments showing some love here in the Forge Raiders matchup. Here's Keller, walks in, looking to go backdoor Crum, and just out of reach is Forge near inches and making it a 2-0 game. Wills goes cross ice, finds his man. Comes Jackson, blocked away. Wills seemingly all over the ice here for his team. Keep an eye on number 47. Tinted visors, looking like Patrick Laine out there. Got the flow going. The visor, similar-ish game, I'd say. As Riffenberg gets knee on knee at the blue line, no call. Here's a shot from Crum, glove save, and held on by Duplantis. Riffenberg seemingly all right. As Coach Ron Kramer up in arms, wanting a call for his team. Mentioned Kramer played in a pair of games with the Forge last season, and now returns as their head coach here for the 25-26 season. A shot from the point, deflected in front by Bolu. Beautiful shot there from Jake Oshawa. Deflected one more time by Coulter, and just grazes the post and wide. Raiders try to knock around Delosier. He stuffs him right in front of the Forge bench. He'll dig away here with Hearn. Couple bodies from each team now joining the fight. Out with it comes the Raiders. A shot there from Cook goes wide. Cook floats one over. Sharp angle chance denied by Silvis. Coulter collects for Iron City. Up for Bolu. Feels the pressure. Floats one forward. London Bellman. And now will pick up the loose change. Bolu fires one on. And a save there by Duplantis. In front one more time. Glove stop. And held on are the Raiders. 17-14. The shots favoring the black and gold. Score favoring as well. 1-0. Off the stick of Alec Krause, assisted by Michael Keller. Michael Keller tied for the team leading points in the preseason with 4 goals. 2 apiece in both games against the Worcester Bulls. Benny Cunningham up there with them As in front, Sokolsky gets dragged down. Forge will skate away as one little tap in front draws the attention of 5 red jerseys. There'll be a face-off here from the left circle to the right of the netminder. No penalties there, just a little verbal warning. Tied up face-off. Out with it comes Thousand Island. So send it in. Kraus stands up his man. Out comes Silvas. Couldn't get possession of it. Raiders turn it over. Crum out wide to Chris. On the entry, offsides is Crum just a foot ahead. And now little taps from Chris. And a Raider defender will skate away as maybe something was going to boil over there. And seemingly starting to here at the end of the first period. Very important first series for both these squads. Iron City only getting a couple of wins last season. The Raiders looking to make their mark and get ahead in a very competitive APHL. McGuire steps up on his man. Underneath Roberts. Floats one to the corner. They'll send one to center. Now quickly up to Harville. Offsides call. So we'll be outside the Iron City zone, down to 1:48 to go. So we'll go to center ice. Cunningham unit on. He'll take the draw. Wins this one back to Rupert. Out wide to Kraus. Gets it to center. Taps it in the zone. Duplantis will hold. And Iron City will get a favorable face-off off a set play. Be a defensive switch here as the Schmidt-Riffenberg unit will come out. A lot of size on that back end. Both standing above 6'3". Both will throw their weight around. The draw Fry sends it into the corner. We floated underneath. McGuire chasing after him. Gets a foot in there. Up to the point to Rippenberg. Dances one and dragged down to the ice by Nate Thompson. Benny Cunningham trying to elude. Dances one. Now goes underneath. Spinning. Cunningham trying to find a lane. Up to the point to Schmidt. Schmidt off traffic. And now a breakaway. 1-on-0. Glove save by Silvas. Highway robbery. What a chance there for Jordan Trudeau. 1-on-1 with the netminder. And flashing that weather beautifully. See if replay can work this time around. Looks like it didn't. All right. It was worth a shot there. Under a minute now. Thousand Island face-off. Chance in front there for Cook. Couldn't hammer it home, played off to the point. The Wills fires one on through traffic. And Silvas reads it to push it to the corner. Schmidt taps it off Keller, and it bounces its way to center. Wills skies it off the glass. Raiders a little late getting back here. And get a whistle here with that puck going out of play. 33 ticks to go. Excuse me, we got a penalty here on Riffenberg. Riffenberg to the box. Thousand Island will have 32 seconds to try to make some damage here. One nothing hockey game. Dixon will win the draw, and it'll be capped alive at the point by Trudeau. It does pop out, though, as here comes Jake Ochwat. Ochwat puts one on and scores! Jake Ochwat, a short-handed goal. 2-0 Iron City. The puck with eyes for Oshawat's first of his APHL career. "15 seconds into the shorthanded break. One of the youngest players on this Forge roster, finding the back of the net. 2 defensemen to open the scoring here in the 25-26 season. Shot here is 10 seconds ago, goes high over Silvas. This is still a Thousand Allen power play. Oshawa trying to kill as much clock as he can, gets it down to zeros. And the Forge will take a 2-0 lead into the locker room with a pair of goals here from Alec Krause and that shorthanded goal by Jake Oshawa. It'll be minute 26 of shorthanded time for Iron City. We'll step aside. Be back for the second period play of Forge and Raiders just after this. Second period of play here from Frozen Pond Arena. 2-0 Iron City, as they will have about a minute and 30 seconds of shorthanded time to kill off here to start the second period of play. A minute and 24 seconds of shorthand time is on the clock. We have to wait for the 20s to go up, and we'll be ready to roll. The Crum, Dixon, Delosier, and Ochwat out here for Iron City. I'm Caden McCrory. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night. We had the opening game of the Thousand Island season, along with Iron City's, the first of Thousand Island's APHL existence. Goals from Alec Kraus, and then a shorthanded goal from Jake Ochwat in the final minute of play. Both their first of their APHL careers. Be a minute of power play time. Raiders now looking to go up ice. Crum all over it and sends it in. Also saw in the comments from our friends picking APHL. Keller from Crum, plus 1.5 from Rivers. I like that. Give me the over all day on that. There's Cook. Down the right-hand wall to center. Shot by Hearn was wide of the net. Raiders looking to set up here. Down to 30 seconds of power play time. Cook sends it underneath. Raiders in a standstill to the point to Cook. Sent down low. Now up to the point to Forsyth. Shot blocked by Dixon. 20 seconds now. Trudeau to Cook. Cook down low, winning the stick of Hearn. Goes around now to Trudeau. Sent underneath. Intercepted by Delosier. Couldn't clear it out. Back down to the half circle. In front of Chance, Crum floats that back to the blue line. 2 seconds and 1. The penalty has expired. Shot off the one-timer there from Cook. It's a piece of Silvis. And now Iron City will ice this one. Yeah, actually, excuse me, it will not be an icing. Netminder Duplantis comes out to play. Home run pass from down low. Up from Cook. Cook puts one on through some rebound for Hearn, and Delosier clears that off to the wall. As in a heap of pain behind the net is Hearn. As Kraus without a stick as is dislodged, and Hearn gets some medical attention here. The stick of Kraus gone to the midsection. And we'll get a trainer onto the ice here to get a look here at Keaton Hearn. And so we'll get to his own 2 feet, just a little shaken up. He'll skate off under his own power, which is good to see. Hopefully we'll be able to see Keaton Hearn return here in this hockey game. An impactful forward here for Thousand Island, number 92. And looks like he'll be all right, just trying to shake off some pain. The Cunningham unit steps on. Face off here against Anzalone will go in favor of the Forge. Caught along the Raider bench, will be pushed out to center ice. Wills plays catch. Back defensively. Sent through center, finds O'Donnell. Pressured by McGuire and takes him to the ice. Up for Benny Cunningham at center, off the give of Fry. Taps it into the zone, Wills first to it. Pressured by McGuire. Forces a momentary turnover. Underneath O'Donnell will pick it up, pin it against the wall. Send it around to Wills. Rupert gets a body on it. Unable to keep his hands alone. Will tap it to center ice. Hands alone. Into the zone. Sends it into the corner. Back is Kraus. Taps it to the blue line. Wills keeps it in. A rejuvenized Thousand Island team here in the beginning of the second period. Seeming momentum in their favor. A couple of chances on that power play. Schmidt steps on the ice. Keeps it alive for Iron City. Wills underneath. Pressured by Cunningham. McGuire hit off the puck. And be floated out of the zone. Schmidt sends it out wide. Sent in by Chase Fry. There's a couple of changes here for Iron City. Bolu floats it on. Pat save. Rebound for Cunningham is blocked by Wills. Schmidt keeps at the blue line. Raiders poke it to center. Wills one-on-one against Riffenberg. Can't get around him. Good defensive stop. As Riffenberg gets crunched up high. Back and forth. Silvis makes the save on the give and go. As Riffenberg having some words with the Raider forward. They'll break that little scuffle up. Be a face-off here in the Forge zone. Riffenberg's been on the receiving end of a couple big hits from the Raiders. One of the youngsters on that blue line. Face-off win, shot off the draw. Silvis all over it. Bolu taps it out of the zone. He'll skate up himself. Down the left wing wall. Bolu looking for reinforcements. Will put it on net. Save there momentary from Duplantis. And the Raiders make one miss. We'll turn it over now to Bolu. Sent in. Breakaway. Bellman to the backhand. He scores. Anthony Bellman, the first of his Iron City career. 3-0 Forge. You failed the first time, try again. After a whipped first attempt from Bellman, a second and a third chance, and an empty cage for Bellman to sneak one in. Three first career goals tonight for the Forge. With a plethora of new players on this roster. Already 3 of them finding the back of the net. Icing is waved off. Duplantis will elect to hold here at 15:38. Shots 23-20 in favor of Iron City. Unassisted goal there for Bellman. Unsure if there's any assist on the Oshkosh goal. Off the draw, Sokolsky, a shot, save made. Rebound, batted out of the air, and pushed wide of the net. Backhand by Keller. Goes high on Duplantis and will make the save. Still trying to see if that replay will work. Still have not gotten to it, so hopefully we can get it for tomorrow. Worth a couple chances there to see if it does. Top line on the ice here. Dixon, Keller, Crum. On the wall, tied up under Dixon. Keller will kick it out. Dancing there with Adam Roberts. Down to the ice goes Keller. Crum digging in that skate of Roberts. Keller finds it. Looking in front for Crum, hits off a skate, and Roberts will hold behind his own net. Keller pressures in. Causes some havoc for the meantime. Gets a body on that one. Crum couldn't keep it in, now to center ice. Keenan Hearn, good to see him back on the ice. Over for Cook, tried to go around. Delosier diving to his midsection to make that stop. The clear will go all the way down, and an Iron City icing here at 14:30. Again, shout out to the scoreboard. We saw a couple of rally towels get thrown in the stands in that first intermission. All brought to you by the scoreboard. Dixon on the face up there with Cook. Goes Spauseneiler win. Flared off to the water, Ricky Crum. 3-on-2 Iron City. Crum puts one wide of the net. Dixon, between the leg, tried to get in front for Keller. Couldn't find his stick. Crum leaves it back for Kraus. Sends it off the wall to McGuire. And now turning the other way comes Cook. Shot blocker save made by Cody Silvis. Tapped in by the Raiders. They'll go for a change. Silvis comes out to play it. Leaves it off for Kraus. Along the wall, Anzalone fresh off the bench, deflected in front, saved by Silvas. From trying to dance it around. His clock does not started in arena here at 14:31, but 13:30 is what it should be. There we go. Clock is going around a minute behind on that. Wonder if it was malfunctioning, what it could have been. Here's McGuire, a shot, and that one high over the goaltender. Dixon, backdoor, shot from Fry, rebound from McGuire, and a stretching save by Duplantis as he dives down to make that stop. Justin Duplantis with 25 saves here thus far. Has been incredible here for the Raiders. To the point, Rifenberg's shot goes off, couple through traffic. Along the far wall, Cunningham picks it up, swings it over to Fry's shot, and that'll hit off a couple bodies and out of play is McGuire doing what he does best and getting under the team's skin. I talked to him before we won the preseason game, and I said, am I ever going to see you fight? He says, no, I'll instigate, but I'll never drop him. I feel at some point we're going to see 71 drop the mitts. He's always throwing his weight around. He's not the biggest guy on the ice, but you can sure feel his impact. Riffenberg keeps it alive at the blue line. Trudeau will pick it up, but Riffenberg back after that turnover. Riffenberg will tap it into the zone, pushing his men along the wall. Raiders want a call there for a hook on Riffenberg as he gets pummeled behind the play once again. Along the wall goes Wills. McGuire takes Wills hard into the wall, and there's the aforementioned McGuire hits, where he just kind of throws his weight around. Schmidt sends it the length. McGuire on his horse, and he's going to beat out this icing. At least we thought. And Wills gets put into the wall as the referees coming to save McGuire from a couple of Raiders coming his way. It looked for a moment there McGuire was going to beat out the icing. We'll give the benefit of the doubt here to Wills. He looks to be all right after taking an awkward fall in that corner. Resultant offensive zone draw here for Thousand Island. Cunningham slaps that one to the wall. McGuire on his horse, push it to center. Roberts plays it up to Hearn. Keenan Hearn into the zone. Leaves it off for Cook. Sent underneath the Hearn. Tied up with Riffenberg. Cunningham here to help. Tapped forward to McGuire. McGuire over to Fry. Fry will skate to center. Into the zone as Iron City can now go for a change. Riffenberg on the ice for about a minute and a half there. Now the forward crew will do the same. At least partially. Cook with some speed down that left wing wall. Cook trying to dance his way and gets a sick rebound in front. And a save there by Silvas. He floated to center ice. It's back go the Raiders. Coleman up to Roberts. Turned over and quickly sent in by Fry. Or Ochwat, excuse me. Coulter to Bellman. Slap past to Bolu. Didn't expect it. Pushed it to the point to Ochwat. Tried to go down on one of the man. Bellman couldn't get to it. Now the Raiders will hold it center ice. Turnover. Coulter tried to slap that away. Cook all over it. As offsides, the Raiders, a smart play there from the forwards to push the man offsides. Here at 10:47, shots favoring Iron City, 26-23. Coulter wins the draw. Back to Matthew Delosier. Sends it over to Ottawa. We'll tap this one down to the Raiders zone. As Coulter applies the pressure, Roberts back for Thousand Island. Roberts. Looking to go back to the point. Couldn't get that one out. Now does. And the other way comes James Young. Working against Delozier. Draw pass thrown on net. Rebound for Young, and he scores. James Young picks up the rebound, and the first goal in Raiders history belongs to number 95, James Young. A great recovery there from Thousand Island. After peppering Silvis there for a couple of minutes, they felt they were due, and the Raiders get rewarded for their effort. As they collect that puck, and that's one for the history books. The 3-1 hockey game, nowhere close to being over, as we've just now hit the halfway point of this game, the halfway point of this period. Down behind the net. Chris. Looking. Goes to the point. Shot comes in, floated, deflected on net by Sokolsky as he gets pummeled behind the play. Rupert. Underneath to Chris, couldn't corral it. Around along the boards. Big hit thrown there by Alec Krause. Chris couldn't get to it. Crum collects it center. And now here comes the physicality we were missing. Ricky Crum, speedy forward, dances around one. Now goes for his own rebound. Crum couldn't get to it. Wills takes down Sokolsky. A turnover to McGuire. McGuire in space, looking. Alexis shot, he scores! Johnny McGuire gets it right back for Iron City. It's 4-1. McGuire, one of the late additions to the Forge last season, had 3 goals and 8 points in his couple of games. Gets brought back and has been a spark plug for this very young team. Gets his first of the season. The icing here on Iron City as a rejuvenated Forge after letting in that goal. The defensive zone face-off for Iron City. If going to the commentary, Michael Hoppen, shout out to you as well, all the other former Forge players. Yes, I do believe Kurt Schmidt will somehow end up with an assist on this because, reasons. And if we want to put Hoffen down for a penalty, I can put in a word for that as well there, Kurt. Thousand Island shot there, rings off the post. In the corner. McGuire. Trying to dig it out. Goes out to the Bull zone, shot on net. And save made there by the netminder, DePlintz. As notes Cook getting one of the assists on that Young goal. Didn't hear the second one. We give the assist to, I believe, Crum and Bellman on the McGuire goal. See if that changes after video replay or whatnot. The players love to get their correct points when it comes to these kind of things. Raiders shot, deflected. Turning chance here for Cook. Deflects off a defender in Riffenberg, and Silvis makes the save. Back to the point, it's Roberts through traffic. That one just goes wide of the blue paint. Dixon. Up ice, one in Keller. Floats this one. Ricky Crum. Breakaway. Scores. Ricky Crum. The first of his APHL career. And the Forge, explosive on offense. It's 5-1. If you had Crum anytime point score in the second period at +1.5, you just hit some big money. With the rookie Ricky Crum. And we're going to see a goaltending change. Eric Cummins is going to enter. And for Duplantis, a strong showing with the Forge knocking on the door. They elect to go for the goalie swap. Feel for Duplantis. Coulter trying to get it out. Bellman brings it up. Looking for Bellew in front. Couldn't connect. Turnover here. Bellman, 3-on-1. Looking. Gives up for Coulter. And a save made by Cummins. Wow. First APH save comes from that. It's a 3-on-1 break as Bolu collides with his man, and the body's flying all over right now. Slap shot from Wills, trying to get his team back into it, and a stop made by Silvis. 6:55 to go here in period number 2. Block shot there off the faceoff. He tapped forward. In with some speed. A shot there floated wide by Ochoa. The big hit thrown is Ochoa. Having some words with a Raider defender. Noah Chris taps this one towards center. And a big hit thrown by Jacob Sokolsky. And slow to the feet here is Trevor Forsyth. Keller. This one will go off the ceiling, and hasn't been much of a problem here in the second. As teams kind of figuring it out, not to throw the puck as high. Cunningham wins it to the wall. Raiders takes it underneath, looking for a shot at McGuire. Will slap this one out. And to his horses he goes. I think for that last Crum goal, we're going to give Kurt Schmidt an assist on that one. As he just mentioned, the phantom assists happen way too often. So we're just going to give it to Kurt Schmidt, and we're going to call it a day. How about that? Krause back to the ice. Short angle chance there. Is pushed away off the stick of Chase Fry. A turnover by McGuire, almost costly. He's sent up quickly by Garrett Rupert and slapped into the Raiders zone. 5:45 here to go in period number 2. 5-1 Iron City. With a pair of goals from the Forge and first ever goal from the Raiders as to kick things off in the second. Here's Garrett Rupert. Takes his man into the wall. Sends underneath. But circle shot. Sails high over Silvis' head. And Roberts will quickly play it back in. The Raiders have to touch up on side. Patient play from Krause. Couldn't hit Cunningham. We'll get a piece of it on the entry. Shot comes in. Silvis makes the save. As Krause went hard into the wall. And we'll see some pushing and shoving here as Rupert and Fry mixing up with Roberts and a pair of Raiders. Our first bigger scuffle, I should say, here of the second period. Rupert and Roberts sharing some chirps across the ice from each other. Not sure if any of it was picked up on the mic, but if we do apologize if it was. The shot from Cook, shoulder save from Silvis will stay in play. Cook, spinning, sends it underneath, looking in front. He picked away by Dixon, will float this one to center. Roberts will glove it down. Roberts pressured by Keller. Escape and send it to the far corner. Up comes Hearn. Shot blocked away. From pocket pick. Turning shot by Cook. And hits off a forward sticking into the netting here out of play. It's about 4.5 to go here in period 2. I know our clock is still running and the score is wrong on that. We do apologize. As mentioned, we have a person cross ice doing that for us. He's doing the PA announcing plus the clock in arena. So hands a little full there. Short and staff. Riffenberg plays it up to Dixon. This goes for the home run play as Keller tried to cut off Wills. Here's Dixon. Dances his way in. Back to the point to Schmidt. Couldn't hold on to it, and here come the Raiders. Looking for the breakaway, and just out of the reach of Cook. Balls to the ice, Schmidt will clear, and now a foot race. Dixon versus Cook, and Cook will get there first for the ice. As Cook and Schmidt having a chat there on this very soft circle. Cook looks to be all right after losing his footing into that wall. Schmidt sends it along the wall all the way to center ice. Dixon knocks it down. Wills quickly puts it back to center. Riffenberg escapes a check, makes one of his own. Here's Keller. Wide to Bellman. And clapped into the zone by Thousand Island. Keller gets around one, sends it underneath. No forwards bodies in the vicinity. As down to the ice goes Keller. Raiders have been not afraid to throw their weight around. We've seen Keller drop them before. Against Buffalo, I believe against Rain Buttersworth, who a fan favorite of the Tempest. And I know a fan favorite of the Forge as well. Sure, we'll see Buttersworth, when Buffalo comes to town, have his fun with the Iron City Forge, as he always does. Great player, great human being off the ice as well. At the end of the day, it's two different people when you're on the ice and off the ice. Set the game clock here to 3:21. Coulter sends underneath. First two are the Raiders. Shot off the side of the net there by Luke Blair. Sokolsky looking for Bolu. Tapped down low by Wilkes. Delosier behind his own net, looking to set it up for Iron City to get it out. Taking him down is Blair. Blair giving it off to Young. Turns it over. Sokolsky leaves it for Coulter and sent out. Bolu gets around Wills. Sharp angle chance. Push wide of the nets. Shot comes in from Coulter. Stick save made. Sokolsky slaps this one underneath. Bolu gets crunched by Wills. Shot there through some traffic from Oshawott, blocked by Wills, and I feel like we're going to say his name a ton here today, let alone probably this weekend. Sokolsky for Bolu. Sent behind the net. And it'll be flipped out to center ice here. 2:15. Delosier to Oshawott. Almost too many men for Iron City, as they're looking to get a couple forward changes. Sokolsky crunches his man. Chris will do the same. Played in front. No forged bodies there. And the Raiders take possession. Trudeau. Drop pass. Broken up. And now the Fords look to spring free. Oshawott will elect to carry. Oshawott to his backhand, to his forehand, and almost sneaking one through the blue paint. A very active defenseman is Jake Oshawott. Caught on the blue line. Bellman gets it out. Looks to bring it in. Blocked away by Trudeau. Fires one and a block there by Ottawa. A lot of these rookies making their name known very early in their careers. Ottawa with a goal. A couple blocks. Played his high school hockey at Central Catholic, one of the premier hockey programs in the Pittsburgh area. Produced some really good talent over the last couple of years that made their way to junior levels, semi-pro levels now. Dixon unit onto the ice. Wins into the wall. To the point. Rouse. Can't keep it in. And now Trudeau looking for a break. Rupert back in defense. Down to the final minute of play here from Frozen Pond Arena in period 2. 5-1 Iron City. They're going for changes are the Raiders. Almost too many men. Crum. Drop pass to Dixon. Offsides. Dixon just ahead there. Right call made, despite the fans' arguments. Looks like the top line will stay out here. 46.3 seconds to go. 32-31. Shots favoring Iron City. Goaltending switch there. Cummins came into play here. Justin Duplantis pulled around the 7-minute mark. Dixon wanted to go forward off the draw. Doesn't grow. And now here come the Raiders. Cook looking for Hearn. By the way by Krause. Sent up ice to Dixon. It's shaken with the body there. As he lays the boom on Roberts. Krause to Rupert. The final 20. It's up for Dixon. Looking to go for Keller. Roberts wanting to skate it in. Keller couldn't get it out. The choppy surface playing some factor here in the final 10 seconds. Roberts in front, blocked by Rupert. Down the final 5. Will pop out to Crum as he'll fire it down. Not enough time. As a 5-1 Iron City lead headed to the dressing room. It started with a Krause goal, followed by a extraordinary goal by Oshawott, and then Anthony Bellman's first and the first. Raiders bounce back early here in the second with a goal from James Young. And then Johnny McGuire and Ricky Crum collect some Iron City goals in the second period. 5-1 the score. We'll be back for the third period of Raiders and Forge just after this. Third period set to get underway here from Frozen Pond Arena. I'm Caden McCrory. Thanks for joining us here for this third period of Iron City Forge and Thousand Island Raider hockey. It's 5-1 Forge. Shots favoring Iron City 32-31, and the third period is now underway. 4 first career goals for the Forge tonight. 1 lone goal from the Raiders, the first in their franchise history, off the stick of James Young. We're even strength to start things off here in period 3. As Cook comes winding in, a shot there and a save made by Cody Silvas. A turnover. Turning shot there by Hearn, and down the cover is Silvas. Thanks to our friends in the score box, we have updated stats for you. So Michael Keller, 3 assists so far tonight. So let's go through the goals real quick to get you caught up. Alec Krause from Michael Keller to start things off. A shorthand goal from Jake Oshawott, assisted by Michael Keller. And then a goal from Anthony Bellman to conclude the first period, 3-0 Iron City. Thousand Island got the goal to start the second period. James Young, assisted by Addison Oaks Cook, along with Derek Coleman. And then the Forge battle back with 2 from Johnny McGuire, assisted by Ricky Crum and Anthony Bellman. And then Ricky Crum from Michael Keller. That's where we stand here in this third period of play. Turnover. Back to Cook. Save made by Silvas. And into the back of the net it goes. Colton Oaks Cook. 5-2 in the Raiders with a response here to start the third. An unfortunate start for Iron City, but for the Raiders, the start they exactly needed. Here now only down by 3. One of their top players getting on the board. Looking to expand on that is Wills. Floats one toward the net and blocked away by Iron City. He floated out to center ice. Getting a piece of it there was Chase Fry. Slapped in by Wills. Out comes Silvas to play it. Sent around the wall with some speed comes Reifenberg. And he'll take a chop to one of the Raider forwards. Only playing with 1 glove right now is Cook. As Reifenberg rifled one toward the scorer's table. On sides, Denny Bolu picks it up with some speed, dancing around one, gets his own rebound, puts one on, and a save made. Rebound there for Fry, put over the net. Bolu circling. Fry shot, and that one sails high over wide. Oshawott underneath one of Bellman. Now Fry gets to it. Leaves it off for Bellman. Bellman pushed off the puck. Bolu turning, blocked away. Oshawott shot through traffic and a save made. Official goal reads Colton Oaks Cook. Assist by Gavin Cook Avery and Keenan Herb. Couple more first points there for the Raiders. And all in their APHL debuts. Coulter behind the net, battling away. Going to push his man into the wall, trying to escape out of it to the Raiders. Up to the point, Oshawott looking for Bellman. Goes through his skip. The glove down there by Bellman. Played back to Delosier, over to the other defender there in Oshawott. At center, be thrown on net. Glove saved by Silvas. He will elect to play. Over to Delosier. Sent to the wall to Coulter, blocked away. Dan Harville was in the lane. Oshawott waiting. Sends it around, looking for a man. Be cleared out of the zone. Wills doesn't know where it's at. Now in a foot race versus Crum. They'll call icing. The advantage goes to Wills there. Referee having a little trouble. Wills will be there to help out his men. Down to 16-34 here in period 3. For everything Iron City Forge, visit IronCityForge.com. Live updates, live stats, everything you need to know about the team, roster, news, video. It's all there at IronCityForge.com. One face off by the Raiders. Wills a chance. Keller all over it. Tries to chop this one out. Wills will keep it in. Another chance blocked away by Keller once more. Keller takes his man to the ice. Rozier will get to it and sends it up for Crum. Crum will push that down the ice. Out the net comes Cummins to play it. 3 goaltenders dressed tonight. For Thousand Island, the third being Jacob Rosengarten. Wonder maybe if he will get some action tomorrow. Or we'll see if Duplantis will banter the career. So uncertainty here for Thousand Island. The shot put on is a blocked save there by Silvis. Save there once more. Other goaltender for Iron City's Freddie Dorman along with Carson Burkhardt. So we'll see which one will man the pipes tomorrow. Or it'll go back to Silvis for 2 straight. Be an icing here on Iron City here at the 15:33 mark. We mentioned they'll be back at it tomorrow, October 19th at 12 o'clock p.m. First Thousand Island to conclude the homestand. If you're looking for tickets, they're available at IronCityForge.com, or you can get them at the door for $5 a piece. If you haven't been to Frozen Pond Arena as well, we got our merchandise stand here. From hats to sweatshirts, even jerseys, we have it all. Or you can order online at IronCityForge.com/shop. Here's Keller, 2-on-1 with Crum. Keller looking, rings one off the post. Icing waved off as going for the change was Rupert for Schmidt to get on the ice. Now an icing for Iron City is waved off. Cunningham provides a little mayhem. Goes out to Sokolsky. Sokolsky puts one towards the net, blocked away. And now the Raiders with some speed up ice. Reifenberg, the lone defender, back. Gets in there and breaks up the play with Young. Takes him hard into the wall. Turning chance blocked. Reifenberg can clear. Icing will be called as Noah Chris tried to chase that one down. Unfamiliar with Forge News, the team now affiliated with the Blue Ridge Bobcats of the FPHL. As you can see on the shoulder of our new black jerseys, some of them without the nameplates here. Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Iron City Forge now partners. Seen a couple other teams as well. He partnered up, Wooster Bulls. Partnered up with the formerly known as Carolina Thunderbirds. I believe called the Twin City Thunderbirds out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Shout out to Roman Kramer, former RMU alumnus that I got the pleasure of calling games for 2 years at Robert Morris University on that team. Shot there, sharp angle, and they'll score. Popping the water bottle of Silvis, and the Raiders with some new life here in the third. It's a 2-goal game, and it's Colton Oaks Cook again. Oaks Cook really feeling it right now. The second of the game, the second of the period, as Coulter trying to slow things down for his team on this faceoff. Wins it forward to Bellman. Bellman escapes one. Pushes it off into the corner underneath Herbolu. The intensity starting to ramp up now. Here's Oaks Cook. Puts one on, stick save. Bellman racing down with Wills. Pushes him behind the net. Big hit thrown there. Wills reversing on Bolu. Bellman taps it into the zone. That'll stay in play. Assist on the second Oates Cook goal will go to Cook Avery along with Hearn, just like the first one. Has a chance at the blue line, and now here come the Raiders again. Keenan Hearn puts one on. Glove save Silvis as Dixon. A heavy hit along the wall. (13-19) here in period 3. Shots favoring Thousand Island here, 38-34. The defensive zone face-off. I think Caleb Wills you're going to see. The next 13-19, you're probably going to see him for the next 10. I'd say here. Eating up a lot of ice time for his team, and deservedly so, and the most notable player on the ice. Crum in a foot race. Puts one on, stick save there by Compass. Keller will keep it alive with the blue line. Now turn the other way, come the Raiders to center. Keller, body position, moves this puck out. Going up there against Trevor Forsythe. Wills, tap forward to Thompson. Keller escapes the check from Wills, but puts it into the Raiders zone. Off the wall to Thompson. It's pressured by Dixon and kept in now for Keller. Chopped in underneath. Wills. Let's do it first for Thousand Island. Gets it out to center ice. He's waiting as Kraus. Plays it back to Rupert. Back to Kraus. Up for Dixon as he had a man in Crum streaking. Now the Raiders are forced to just tap it into the zone. Kraus battling with Trudeau. Trudeau come out victorious. Back for a shot from Wills, and the glove saved by Silvis. Silvis getting his work cut out for him here in this third period. As Johnny McGuire is leaving in a stretcher here, ladies and gentlemen, as well. As he waves by the crowd. We'll have to keep you updated on that one. But hopefully Johnny McGuire's okay. Turnover. Breakaway here for Chase Fry. Fry to the backhand, scores! That one's for Johnny McGuire. As he leaves the building, Fry gets on the board, his first of the APHL career, and it's 6-3. What a goal from Chase Fry off a loose puck. One of the youngsters make that 5 first career goals tonight for the Forge. As for head coach Ron Kramer, he's going to have to make sure he knows which puck is which, as he has a lot to give out after this game. 6-3 the score after that Crum goal. To be sent up ice. Now to center. He's sent in now by the Raiders. Cunningham reverses this one back. Jacob Sokolsky, the lone assist. Also his first career APHL point on the Fry goal. This one will go down low for Rupert. Goes around for Kraus. Trying to go up high. Pickpocketed. Sokolsky with a break. Sokolsky puts one on. Scores. Jacob Sokolsky. His first career goal. How many times have I said that tonight? It's 7-3 Iron City. Odd man breaks for the Raiders have costed now for 2 goals in the third from Sokolsky and formerly Fry. Dixon was having a chat behind the ref, the captain of this Iron City team. Or not sure what, maybe something behind the play I was not aware of. Young trying to pull the trigger there, couldn't find it. Takes his man hard into the wall. Young puts one on off of Silvis and out of play. Sokolski's goal is unassisted. A goal and assist for him here in period number 3. A couple of changes here. For Iron City, maybe. Looks like Reifenberg will come off. And Coach Kramer collects another puck. 7-3 to score. I know it does not say that on our clock. We do apologize, as mentioned a couple times here tonight. Here's Noah Chris. Floats one down low. An intercepted pass now. Ochwat to Bolu. Bolu for Ochwat in front, digging, and takes down Wills. A nice little reverse check as he was parked in front. I'm trying to find an update on Johnny McGuire once we get one, but hope he's all right. Bolu taps it, looking for Chris. Raiders will clear. Here's Wills. Sent off the wall. Now a chance the other way. Cook Avery looking to get around. Schmidt buries him right in front of our cameraman, Skylar Murphy, along with Isaac Stevens. Puck tuck underneath. Chris. Wait underneath. Now comes Bellman. Chips around one, gets taken into the wall. Cook Avery. Behind that Bolu trying to dig it out. Raiders take it through center. Offsides as trying to get back on. There was Hearn. Whistle dead here at 9:21. If you're following the fan interaction, you see there's a little yapping going on. It's weird it's going to this Saturday night. It's one game in. We got some fans yapping, and Dixon taking a tumble there. A lot of weird going on here in this third period. Fan fights and ice is slippery still. My job is to call what I see. That's all I'm going to say. Crum taps it for Keller. Keller walking in to the backhand. He scores. A beautiful goal from Michael Keller. Forehand, backhand, and into the empty cage. It's 8-3. The preseason leading goal scorer gets on the board here late in the third. Timeout, Thousand Island here to try to regroup after 3 straight here from Iron City. The Raiders hoping to get a little life out of this timeout. We get the scoreboard changed here. They're just, like I said, one guy doing about 5 different things in there. You got it done. We're good. We're 8-3. Shout out to Mark Hollinger. does an amazing job down there, and all the responsibilities he's responsible for, from the PA to the music to the scoreboard to my scoreboard. We need staff. If you're interested, reach out to general manager at IronCityForge.com. We could use some help. Volunteers, internship. You need some college internship? We got you. We got positions. This is not a plug. Yes, it is a plug. Cunningham. The face-off goes back to Rupert. Be tapped forward for Sokolsky. Cunningham to his backhand. Looking for a man, couldn't find him in front, and Ricky Crum will get the assist on that Keller goal. So APHL picks. You're close. 1.5, I thought was the line. There's one. Sokolsky dances around in front for Fry. Fans on the backdoor attempt. He's sent up by Forsyth. Sends this one off the wall. Thompson trying to dance his way down low. Underneath goes Harville. Put in front, and now here come the Forge. Chase Fry with some speed, and a glove save made by Eric Cummins. Down to 8:12 to go. These two will do it again tomorrow. 12 o'clock Eastern time here, live on the YouTube channel, as well as live here at Frozen Pond Arena. Mentioned $5 tickets available at the door or online. Also, once more, shout out to the scoreboard. As you see on screen in the top right-hand corner, the official sponsor of the Iron City Forge. It's about a mile away here from the rink and sponsor tonight's rally towels that you can see in attendance. Schmidt plays along the bench. Big hit thrown there by Bellman. Bellman off the skip of Coulter. 3-on-1. Bellman to Bolu, just past his stick. Bellman will get it back. To his backhand, he scores. Anthony Bellman, second of the game. 9-3 Iron City. The new additions on this team are buzzing. Bellman second, and icing here from Iron City. A new player has recorded a point on every goal of Iron City here tonight. At least 1 point. Only 3 rookies do not have a point thus far out of all the new players. Dixon sends it underneath. Reifenberg looks to clear it out. Bounce off the stick of Dixon. Raiders have played all the way back. Keller taps it in. The Bellman from Coulter and Bolu, the official reading of goal number 9 on the night. So a question for people in chat. Which Forge player scored the first regular season goal in APHL history? Just popped up on the video board next to me. You know, comment below. Little fun fact trivia to throw into the game here tonight. Michael Keller with some speed down the wall. Brings Ricky Crum with him, evades one. Turning shot, he scores. Michael Keller, second of the game and second of the period. And that's a 10 spot for Iron City. Pick an APHL is shaking in his boots right now, wondering if Crum got an assist on that. .44-40, the shots in favor of Iron City. Keller is averaging 2 goals per game for including the preseason now. The bounce off the stick of Dan Harville. Delosier retreating. Gonna play catch with one of his men. Couldn't connect though. Turning shot by Harville. He scores. Dan Harville collects the first of his APHL career. It's 10-4. A wicked release from number 8. Beats Silvis up high. And yes, Ricky Crum did get the assist on that Keller goal. (10-4) now, 6:06 to go. Be thrown in by the Raiders. Rupert sends this one along the wall. Couldn't clear it out entirely. Harville still on the ice. Turns one on, stick save made. Kraus taps it toward the wall, Sokolsky racing to it. Kraus in relief. Goes for Bolu. Sent up for Coulter, 2-on-1. Coulter wanted Bolu to take it, a little miscommunication between the veterans. This will go into the Raider bench. Coulter, Bolu, two players that have shared the ice a lot during their careers. Line mates here again today, as Coulter, the little shoving match here from one of the Raiders, seems to be all in good favor. And looks like Thompson. Face off, win from Thousand Island. We'll get this one out of the zone. Bolu providing a little traffic as Garrett Rupert in relief. Sends this one the length. Icing is called. Justin Anzalone, the lone assist on the Dan Harville goal. As we approach the final 5. This puck will be sent to center ice. Raiders will get this one out. Be broken up now by Coulter and quickly sent in. New initiative the Forge have done this season, the Youth Player of the Week. Fill out on IronCityForge.com/youth programs to enter your child to be an Iron City Forge Youth Player of the Week. Congrats to Sawyer and Deacon, our first 2 players of the week here in the 25-26 season. Here's Bolu. Fires one on, just wide of the net. Reifenberg's rifles one on, and that's a stick save made. Raiders with some speed through center now. Trudeau, shadowed by Noah Chris. Rebound pops out to Young. Now over to Cook. Back to Will's shot. Rebound in front. O'Donnell just couldn't get a stick on it. Cunningham looking to clear. Now it's center once more. Wills goes back to his defensive partner. Dixon very unhappy on the bench. There's Reifenberg with a little chopping action in front there with O'Donnell. Schmidt looks to go through, finds Cunningham. We'll tap that into the zone as the offense was changing. Wills couldn't get around his man. Dixon will take it up ice now. Dances around one, no one in relief. Roberts will take this one back. Adam Roberts looking through the middle. Dixon gets a glove on it. Glove down now once more by Oaks Cook. Cook underneath, battling with Delosier. Cunningham will break up the pass in front. And down now to the final 3 as Iron City will change. Thousand Island will follow suit. Oaks Cook evades a check. Turning in front, Delosier all over. Roberts can't keep it in. Throw from Keller. Dixon looking for the stretch across the Crum. The Bills read it perfectly. Caleb Wills along the wall. Keller closes him off. Now to Gavin Cook Avery. Down is behind, goes to Lozier to break it up. Shot through traffic, sailing wide. As Dixon dragged down behind the play, and now Ricky Crum sped free. Crum shot, and a save there by Cummins. Down to 2:10 to go. Face-off win from the Raiders. They'll go off the stick of Bolu, high stick on Iron City. Kraus will touch it in his own end. Here at 2:02 to go. Defensive zone draw here for Iron City. Joe Coulter stepping up against Gavin Cook-Averill. Looking for Trudeau, broken up by Coulter. Coulter looking for Bolu, and beautifully played back by Trudeau. Now in the Iron City defensive zone. Caught along that far wall. Trying to dig this one out. The backhand. Broken up by Bellman. Sent underneath. Now up high to Hearn. Hearn turning shot. Blocked there. And Coulter goes down in a heap of pain. Or excuse me, that's Alec Kraus. One part where the ankle isn't fully protected, and that maybe I think we got Kraus here. As he's up to his own 2 feet, which is good to see, but heavily favoring that leg. The price of being a defenseman. So you're going to get a penalty called here from Thousand Island. They're going to talk about it, but it looks like Derek O'Donnell is in the box. So misconduct. Maybe there's something else I didn't see in front of the net there with Kraus. So I did ask that question earlier of who scored the first goal in APHL history. That'd have to be on the Forge. You guessed Devin Sudomersky. You're correct. Wanted to wait until a little later in the game to give you guys the answer. Can't just throw it out there right off the get-go. That wouldn't be very fun of me, now would it? Down the final minute of play here. The Forge on the power play. Here's Rupert. Over to Keller. Fires one on. Rebound in front for Dixon. And couldn't get a hold of it. First power play of the night, I should mention, for Iron City. Keller to Rupert. Fires one on. Blocker save. Rebound in front for Crum. Look it. Out wide for Keller. Broken up by the Raiders. We've seen one shorty on the night coming from the Forge. Raiders were kind of looking to do the same there. Dixon evades the check. Keller plays it forward, walks in, tries to open the netminder. He scores. A hat-trick goal for Michael Keller. With 21.6 to go, it's a power play goal, and it's 11-4. Clarify on that trivia, it's APHL history, not Forge history. Kind of misquoted that question, I should say. Keller's power play goal is unassisted. 2 seconds in one, and a big hit thrown as Sokolsky And Ochoa get thrown to the ice. Sokolsky in a heap of pain. And now we're going to see some things boil over as Ochoa trying to vengeance his friend here. Or, excuse me, that's Daniel Schmidt that's on the ice. As Ochoa livid. At the moment, we've seen a couple of Forge players already make their way to the dressing room. So it looks like no handshake as the referees are directing Iron City off the ice. Not trying to boil things over here at the end of the hockey game. But the Forge victorious here on opening night. An 11-4 victory over the Thousand Island Raiders. Dan Schmidt back to his feet. Looks to be all right. Nice. A couple of Raiders still trying to make their way over. Now they'll leave the ice. We'll do it again tomorrow at 12 o'clock p.m. A rematch of these two hockey clubs to close out opening weekend. As it's been a really fun game here tonight from Frozen Pond Arena. Let's recap it all, shall we? Started off with a goal from Alec Krause from Michael Keller. A shorthanded goal from Jake Ochoa, assisted by Michael Keller. And then a goal from Anthony Bellman here to start the second, followed by James Young, his first career goal of the Thousand Island Raider history from Madison Oaks Cook and Derek Coleman. The Forge would battle back from goals from Johnny McGuire, this by Ricky Crum and Anthony Bellman, followed Ricky Crum and Michael Keller. Then the third period, the Raiders came out storming with a pair of goals from Colton Oaks Cook, along with the goal late from Dan Harville, but the Forge adding on a lot of insurance. Chase Fry, Jacob Sokolsky, Michael Keller hat trick, including a power play goal, along with Anthony Bellman's second. Cody Silvis stopping 40 of 44 here tonight as the Forge get the first win of the season over the Thousand Island Raiders. I'm Caden McCrory. Thanks for joining us all night long. Let's do it again tomorrow, shall we? 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Game 2 of Raiders and Forge. We'll see you then.